And still staying with the president, he has today defended the 15.6 billion shillings slash in the fuel subsidy, which was effected on Wednesday this week, terming the subsidy as unsustainable. Speaking while addressing the Kenya Kwanza legislators during the parliamentary group meeting in Naivasha, the president said that his government will only subsidize production and not consumption, as was the case with the Jubilee administration under Uhuru Kenyatta. Our business news editor, Julian Samboko, now gives us the details.
In his inauguration speech on Tuesday this week, President William Ruto made it unequivocally clear that his government was on a mission to do away with fuel subsidies, which had gobbled up 144 billion shillings worth of taxpayer funds. A day later, during its monthly pump price review, the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority would effect a 15.6 billion shillings month-on-month slash in the fuel subsidy, as it did away with the cushion on super petrol and slashed the subsidies on diesel and kerosene.
We have agreed as a government that we are not going to be subsidizing consumption. That is why we are going slow on matters to do with subsidizing consumption. We are going to work and support producers.
Once again, the president has poured cold water on the recent attempt by the Jubilee administration to subsidize maize flour. President Ruto termed the intervention as having been a failure and a necessary cost to the taxpayer.
The unga subsidy that was done, I was being briefed by the Ministry of Agriculture. The unga subsidy, for 1 month, the taxpayer was asked to give 7 billion for 1 month. Ile unga ya 100, which was nowhere in the first place. Very few people got to ever, yet we spend 7 billion shillings.
President Ruto says that the planned 4.2 billion shillings fertilizer subsidy being rolled out by the Kenya Kwanza administration is indeed a testament that subsidizing production is far much cheaper than the subsidization of consumption which characterized the Jubilee administration.
We are intervening, as I announced the other day, we are intervening on fertilizer for the short rains. 1.4 million bags. We are intervening for tea fertilizer. That's another 1.7 million bags for KTDA. It is costing us less than the subsidy of unga that is for 1 month. And yet the subsidy we are providing is going to reach close to 500,000 farmers.
Kenya committed to the International Monetary Fund that it would do away with fuel subsidies by October 31st this year. This means that in the next pump price review due on October 14th, Kenyans should brace for even higher prices at the pump. Julian Samboko, NTV.